Hey guys, this is quick yoga stretch number 27. Today is going to be a bit more of a restorative stretch, but there's still going to be a couple of fun, challenging poses mixed in as well. So let's get to it and enjoy this practice together. So, as always, we're going to start 3 sun salutations. Arms up, arch if you want to, hands in front of your feet, look at your knees. Flat back, down, plank, chaturanga, tuck your feet, roll forward, upward dog, tuck your toes, hips up, downward dog, and feet to the hands, straighten the legs, look at your knees, and reverse. 2 more. Arms up, arch if you want to, hands in front of your feet, look at your knees, flat back, down, step or jump back to plank, chaturanga, tuck your feet, roll forward, upward dog, tuck your toes, hips up, downward dog, and 1 more after this, feet to the hands, straighten legs, look at your knees, and reverse. Oh. Losing my balance a little bit. Arms up, arch if you want to, hands in front of your feet, look at your knees, flat back, down, plank, chaturanga, tuck your feet, roll forward, upward dog, tuck your toes, hips up, downward dog. And from here, we're going to bring 1 leg up between the hands. We're going to come into warrior 2. So the back heel, you're going to turn the foot out and down, front foot, toes pointing away from you. You're going to rise up. The back leg, the toes should be at a 90-degree angle away from you. So the toes are going to be pointing this way and this way. And I'm going to get a 90-degree bend in the front leg if you can. If not, it's just what we're working towards. So keep working on trying to get there. Add the arms. Gaze over that front arm. Tuck your tailbone. Stand evenly through both feet. A lot to think about in this pose. One more deep breath. Down, back to plank, downward dog, and switch feet. So now my left leg goes up. If you just did the left, now do the right. Just switch feet, don't do the same side twice. Foot between the hands, back foot, pivots open. So the heels are in line, and really the heel is in line with just in front of the heel, middle of the foot almost. And toes are going to point away from you. Again, it's going to be 90-degree angle from each other, pointing forward, pointing out away. Front leg, try to get it into a 90-degree angle. I have to keep widening my stance. To do that, do whatever you need to. And if you can't come this low, stay up here. Just keep fighting for it. And add the arms. Tuck the tailbone, send energy evenly through both feet. Don't have your arms up too high, too low. Try not to have them too crazy. I have a reflective surface, thankfully. I can check myself in because sometimes it's hard to tell. You also don't want to lean. That's a different pose. And gaze over the front arm. One more deep breath. Okay. And down. Back to downward dog. And feet to the hands. Straighten the legs. Look at your knees. And reverse. And now we're just going to go right back down into a standing forward bend. Just going to hang out here. Relax. Hands wherever they come. If they only come up to your knees or your thighs or your shins, that's totally fine. Just keep breathing, letting go here. Come to the feet. You can even pedal here. Bend the knees. Bend one knee and then the other, just to start waking up these legs a little bit more and to shake out what we were just doing with Warrior 2. Straighten if you can. It's not about forcing anything here. We really want to just relax and surrender to this stretch. I feel it all in my calves and all the way up into my hamstrings, on the underside of my thighs. You just want to allow this stretch to happen. Just breathe and don't force it. Just allow gravity to do its thing. Relax your neck. Don't crunch up or tense your shoulders. One more deep breath here. And you can soften the knees. Keep your chin in your chest as you roll the vertebrae up slowly. The chin is going to be the last thing to lift. And you roll back your shoulders. And now we're going to come down to a seat. Scoot forward. And we're going to get into the plow pose. Haven't practiced this in a while, and it's time. It's a really wonderful and restorative stretch. Okay, so bring your legs up over the head. And toes down. I'm trying to step up higher onto my shoulders to really use my feet and get a deeper stretch. And I can try to lower the knees. Ear pressure. That's not happening today. I need to readjust a little bit. And slowly lower. Get up slowly. Alright. And now I'm going to do Garland or yogi squat. Now you can take this with your feet wide, like so, or with the feet together. Toes pointing forward, heels together, and separate the knees. And if you're here and you're up on your toes a little bit, you can't get the heels down, what we're working for here, what we're working towards is getting those heels down. So just be working on that. Try to be opening up the hips and the ankles more as we balance in this pose to get those heels down. Just keep working towards that. They will go down. They're going to get closer and closer. Okay? I'm going to take it narrow, like this with the feet together. If it's too much for your knees, take it wide. Okay. Or if even this is all too much for the knees, try goddess pose, which is the very wide sumo type squat with the toes pointing out to the sides, squatting in an upright position, knees in line with your ankles. Sometimes it's called the horse stance. I'll chop my mat here. I do this from all my wiggling. Okay. And try to get really open. I would love to get the blind, but it doesn't seem like it's in the cards for me. Well, just yet anyway. This is incredibly relaxing, if you can believe it. Don't put too much weight here on your head. I'm just very, very gently, barely resting the top of my forehead on the ground. All of the weight is in my feet and my hips. Oh. Whew. Oh. Shake the legs out a little bit. Oh. Whew. That's good. Very good. Alright, so now we're going to come back down and into pigeon. Oh, so we're going to get easiest way, downward dog. Leg up, knee between the hands. Oh, that's in a good way. Make sure the back foot, toes are pointing in towards the body. They are. Just stretch the hips. Not going to get the quads involved here. You can even recline. I'm not going to hold this one too long. You can hold it as long as you like. Pause the video if you need to or if you want to. Two more deep breaths. Okay, and back up, downward dog, and switch legs. So you whatever leg you just did, now do the opposite. I did the right, I'm doing the left. left knee between the hands, back right toes pointing in towards the middle of the body. Alright. Get comfortable and stretch and breathe. You can come down. And I forgot to mention, next we will be using yoga blocks. I should have mentioned that in the beginning. It's okay if you don't have them, and if you want to pause and go grab something, that's totally fine. You don't have to worry. We are going to use them just for one stretch, and possibly another pose later. But you could even use anything relatively sturdy that you can put a little bit of weight on, like a thick book, a couple of thick books, or a little stack of books. Pillows, thick pillow, no big deal. The negligent teacher did not tell you the supplies you would need. It's not a need. You can do it down on the ground too. So. Alright, and one more deep breath here. Okay. So, grab your blocks or books or pillow, whatever you want to use here. I'm going to turn it up on the long, tall side here. You can do it however is good for you. You can put it down flat. I want to get a little bit more height. We're just going to bend the arms and place the triceps on top and do a shoulder stretch. So you could do that even just up on your couch, like, what does it feel like on the ground? Yeah, you could do it. Well, you need to be elevated a little bit. But you can even do like a reverse prayer. That's a different stretch if you've no props, nothing to lean on. Alright. So, elbows to the edge, just before the edge here. And then your palms are going to touch behind your head, right where your shoulder blades meet. And you're going to sink the triceps down and walk the knees back until you feel a good stretch. Keep the head hovering above the ground, otherwise it takes the feeling of the stretch away. This should feel really good, not too intense. To dial back the intensity, you don't have to bring your knees as far away, okay? And you can put the blocks lower. You don't have to have them up on their side like this. Alright, 2 more deep breaths. Alright, so bring the hands out, walk the knees in. Oh, that should have felt really good. We're moving on. Keep those closed, we might need them again. But for now, we're going to get into wheel. As always, if you can't do wheel, you can come up into a bridge, walk onto your shoulders underneath your shoulders. Walk the arms in rather so that you stand more on your shoulders. Alright. Or if you want to join me in wheel, roll the hands back so the fingers point towards the shoulders. Press the palms down next to your ears and rise. Now from here, I want to practice alien wheel, which proper positioning for seems to totally elude me. So I'm going to come up onto the toes, really try to keep pressing forward through my chest, lowering the hips. Don't know if that was it. We'll find out. I'm going to lower down. Oh, it's very intense. Find out later on the watch back. Alright, so wheel's not one you have to hold for too long. It's very challenging. Okay. So now, I forgot to practice one here. Okay, we're going to try to work on middle splits. So just stand with your feet wide. Even if you want to just practice here, this is plenty intense, good enough for you. Do that. That's perfect. And hang out here. You can go from side to side and just work on opening up these hips. If you want to try with me, keep the toes pointing forward and keep walking the feet out further away. But don't send your butt back too far. Keep your hips in line here. Your pelvis over top. Lower as far as you can. I'm not quite there. But I am pretty close. Oh. Slowly. Oh. Legs together. Oh. And again, that's one that you can hold for as long as you like. You could stay in that practice position, hovering, holding that stretch, and that's how you just get deeper and deeper the longer you hold that. That was good enough for me. Okay. And you can also do a reclined variation. So I like to lie down, grab onto my heels, but now you want to press the tailbone down into the ground first and foremost. So now while the tailbone is tucked and pressed against the ground, try to hold onto the heels and bring the toes. I can't do it right this second. To touch the ground. There we go. Oh, it's kind of like a really intense happy baby, but like straight. Okay, that's fun, delightful. Now, one arm balance. More of a core exercise than anything. We're going to try the L-sit. I'm going to try it without blocks first. Blocks give you a lot more leverage. So the biggest thing here is don't think about your legs. You need to get the hand position where you're able to just engage your core. You really need to, the biggest thing here is you need to engage your abs, engage your core. Really tighten everything. Pull up through the lower belly, through your seat. Really pull everything in taut and tight, and it enables you to summon that strength when you put your hands a little bit in front of your hips. Using that strength, you're able to just float. It really makes everything light because you're using that strength. Even though your legs are out in front of you, don't think about them. Just think about your core, okay? So the way that I like to do it, I turn my hands out and I come up onto the upper, not my palm, but the below the knuckles of my hand, why can't I think of what it's called? The ball of my hand, just like the ball of your foot, that part. I'm sure there's a name for it. Go ahead and correct me. So now I'm really going to engage the pelvic floor and your core. Really, really engage. And then we're going to lift. Hopefully it's going to work. You have to play with it. Don't get frustrated. It's really not about the strength. It's just about engaging properly. See? Ah. Alright. So now blocks. Because you get even more leverage here and you're going to feel a lot more confident. Same thing. Use books. Books are perfect here. A thick book. Okay. Don't think about your legs. Like, seriously, just forget that they're there. And it makes it so much easier. Because they'll just lift. You don't have to, because a lot of people really tense and engage them. And that's not what the pose is about. And then you get such cramping and pain because you're working so hard to lift the legs up. But if you just lift from the core, then you can, if you want to, start to engage the legs and lift them up more. But you don't need to use the strength of your legs, the muscles in your legs, to lift. They will just come up with the core. If you're getting up, they're going up. All right. So now, oops, it's over here. We're going to just do a final twist. So we're finishing up here. This is Bharadvajasana's twist, or the twist dedicated to Sage Bharadvajasana, or Bharadvaja, yeah, because asana is pose. So you're going to take one foot behind you. The foot's going to go outside your hip, knee bent. Don't sit on your heel. And then this leg, so my left foot is going to go into my hip crease, into half lotus. If this is too much, just keep the foot out here. Alright? And now my left hand is going to come around, grab the left foot in a bind. My right hand goes here on my left knee, and I am going to twist. And the other side. So now unbend this knee. So now your left leg, bend it back, heel and foot goes tucked against your hip, but outside, underneath, outside, not underneath your body, just tucked right beside you, just like if you were doing hero. And now the right foot into my hip crease, knee down, so it's half lotus. My right hand comes around, grabs the right foot, left hand grabs the right knee, and same thing. Be really, make sure you're upright, don't be crunched forward or leaning back or sideways or any crazy way. Always, whenever you're twisting, spine upright, long and tall. And twist. Right. And since we just twisted, instead of lying spinal twist, we're going to do legs up the wall. So any sturdy surface that you have, you're going to swing. So I'll pretend this is the wall. You're going to inch up like this, with your butt up against it, and then swing up. So your legs are up straight, okay? I'm going to do that over here with my door. I'm going to do it very gently because this is glass. It is very, very, very sturdy glass, but I still do not recommend that you do it against a glass surface, okay? This is just where we are, where I'm oriented for my video. I am being very careful. I'm not putting any weight against it. Okay. Legs up straight. Flex the feet so you're pointing the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Butt up against the wall or as close to it as you can. Arms down and relax beside you. And you just hang out here and take in this awesome practice that we just did. Oh, I think it was a half hour. I wanted it to be shorter, but it felt really good, right? I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. Every practice is different. Alright, you can stay here as long as you want. I'm just going to stay for one more deep breath. Okay, so to get out of it, you just reverse that movement, swing the legs back down. Don't crunch like I am, I'm just in a corner. Okay, and we're done. I really hope that you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. That felt so... No, so my hair is like crazy. That felt so nice and refreshing and really deeply restorative. That felt just wonderful. It was exactly what my body needed today. I hope it felt just as good for you. Leave me a comment and let me know. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Visit jickityjack.com for the full workout breakdowns for this and all of my other yoga classes and any other workouts and services and different awesome things that I'm offering. And get early access to this 5 days before the public on my Patreon for $3 subscribers. You can get access to other exclusive content for as little as $1 a month on Patreon. I'm putting out new videos several times a week, every week, and more stuff's coming all the time. Let me know anything else that you would like to see or receive for becoming a patron. Totally make it worth your while. I enjoy this so much. I really love making these videos for you guys. Anything that would help, just let me know. All right, have a wonderful practice, have a wonderful week, and thank you for practicing with me. I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.